Okay guys, it's time for another DIY video as I celebrate Easter and it is coming up in a month. That is our project. Now I've done a lot of outside decorations and I've also done some inside ones, and today's video is going to be an inside one. It's a fairly simple project. I didn't use too complicated of Pokemon. It is definitely more complicated than the love disc that I made last time. So we're just gonna dive right in. So I did already pre-sketch these. So we have one little Torchic, so cute. Another little Torchic. And for our last one, I did a Swablu because look how cute it is. So we're going to start with Swablu first, and we're going to get this nice soft blue in there. I did try to keep all the colors a little more pastel since it is for Easter. Typically, they're all pastel colors, but, you know, I don't always stick to my word, so it's fine. I'm using a really small brush to paint around the details so I don't have to do a ton of layers of paint to cover up any other paint. It just makes it a little bit simpler. If you wait till it fully dries, usually you can cover it up pretty easy with acrylics. I just like to give myself a bit of a challenge, you know? It's crazy how fast these come together with just the little bits of color that they get. It just makes them so adorable. Swablu has these little antennae thingies, so obviously they also have to be painted. I'm not quite sure what they're for. Now we're going to get the eyes, and this already brings so much life to it. Just these black little eyes, they're so cute. And then the whites of the eyes, which again, just bring them to life. It's so crazy and so cute. I am absolutely obsessed. This one's probably my favorite, if I'm going to be honest. Of the three, it's just so cute. It turned out so adorable. I based it off of a Swablu plush, and I'm so happy about it. Now, one of my fatal mistakes while painting is I kept choosing to just wear the clothes I was wearing. That came back to bite me a few times. I was wearing my black and tan Valkyrie sweater, and I definitely got some light blue on it. It took a lot to get acrylic out of clothing, but it's still there, but it looks a lot better now than what it did. So yeah, make sure to wear different clothes when painting, especially with acrylics, because acrylics really don't come out of fabric. Now, my main mantra while painting all of these was I want it to look good, not perfect. Because if I made it look perfect, I was going to be here all day. I kind of forgot to record, or I messed up the recording. I don't really know what happened, but we're painting the egg purple. I really had this flat brush doing work with all these edges. Even watching back, I'm like pretty impressed with myself. I was going for a more 3D egg shape when I originally sketched all of these out, but I decided to give myself a break and not do all that. I decided to go pink with this background to give it a warmer tone, to give a little bit more contrast between the blue and the purple. Now that all our painting is done, I am gonna put in our line art, but I'm gonna do it off camera. So here is a great transition into the finished product, and the lions really bring the whole thing to life. I did want to decorate our egg a little bit since, it's Easter. So I gave our purple egg these yellow little dots, again, to bring just a little more contrast between all the colors. I think these color combos really, just work together. I mean, they're all Easter colors, obviously. So I was pretty happy with this one for sure. Next up is Little Torchic with a eggshell on its head. We're going to start with this orange. I try to lighten it up a little bit, but not too much because I got lazy, okay? It's easier to just use the paint sometimes. I know I was trying to go for more of a pastel effect, but I didn't. And you can get these eggs at Target. They were $5 each. They're a little bit bigger than the hearts I got for the Love Disc. Last time when I did Love Disc, I got all 3 hearts for $5. But that pack of eggs, because they had a very similar thing with a pack of eggs, they already had like designs etched into them. And I wanted a fully blank canvas so that I could put little Pokemon on there, and that just wasn't gonna do it. So we splurged a little bit more for this one with $15 rather than $5 for our materials. And next we have this yellowish orange for the wings. You obviously don't have to do the same Pokemon or even the same concept. You can do whatever you want. And this doesn't even necessarily have to be for Easter. That's just what I was doing mine for. So you can really do it for anything. I could see, like, if you wanted to do the egg concept, you could do it for, like, a kitchen and still have the same ones. And that would be kind of cute. Little chickies and an egg for your kitchen. Or if you just want to have them look like this because it's cute and you don't celebrate Easter, that's fine too. Like, you literally can do whatever you want. It's your life, your house. We gotta get these eyes in so we can bring a little bit of life to this baby. And again, it just transforms the whole piece. It's crazy. Gotta get the little mouth too, because it's confused. So it's got his mouth open a little bit. I was really trying to get these eyes even. Gotta paint our little beak. I just got this light tan color going here. Again, mantra is looks good, not perfect. Because we are going to do line art too, to fix everything up. That really changes the whole thing. I was waiting for the eyes to dry, so we went in with the blue color that we used for Swablu for this egg. A very good contrast with our orange Torchic. You can really tell here I was gonna go for that 3D egg with the sketch, but yeah, I really cut that out, and it probably saved me a good chunk of time. I mean, it wouldn't have been too hard. I just needed a darker blue for that, but I just felt, let's keep it simple. It's just supposed to be cute decor for Easter. Gotta get this little hat because he just hatched and he doesn't understand what is left on his head. Gotta get our little whites of the eyes to really finish off this Torchic strong. Ah, it's so cute. Next up, we're gonna use the same purple that we used for Swablu's egg. I really wanted to have them be different, but still tie them all in together. So I tried to swap between some of the colors so that they all look like they belong together. Really made some of these edges hard on myself with how round he is, and then the little feathers on their wings. But, you know, you just gotta get a small brush and some patience, and it works out fine. I think the two cool colors for the egg in the background really work here because of how much warm tones are in Torchic. There's a good contrast between all three. Another transition with the great line art. It really changes the whole piece. So I found this glitter paint and I wasn't sure how it was going to show up. So this is my experimental round that I ultimately did not use. And our last Torchic, of course, we have to have a shiny Torchic, and shiny Torchic is basically just the inverse of regular Torchic. So we're starting with the same orange we used on Torchic, but it's going to be on the little feathers on top. Which means the yellowish orange color that we used for its wings is going to be its whole base color. It really looks more like a chick with these colors, which I think that's ultimately what they were going for with this shiny, but it's just funny. I think Shiny Torchic also has a black dot on its butt, which I just recently found out is how some farmers mark their chickens. So that's why they put it on the shiny version. Again here, we're looking for good, not perfect. My cat decided she needed to join. Line art fixes everything. As long as you're keeping it fairly close to the original, it's gonna show up pretty good after the line art. I thought petting my cat would stop her from meowing. It's not working. The beak is a little bit darker this time, probably to contrast between the more yellow-orange. This pink ultimately did not work. I tried to do several layers of this pink, and it just wasn't going well. The eyes were also a little too small for my taste, so that's why we painted the whole eye instead of leaving the whites blank. We just had to wait for it to completely dry after this so that we could get the whites on top. We are going in with that blue once again. We had it in the last Torchic egg, and it is the color we used for Swablu, so we have tied in all three eggs together pretty nicely. just a lot of painting. This took me several days to do. Um, like I said, I made it pretty basic compared to what I was going to do. And I'm pretty happy about that. Sometimes I go a little overboard, so I have to tell myself, let's go a little simpler. Here we are adding in the whites. Our black has finally dried completely, so we can get the whites on without any problems. And we're going in with a pink egg. I tried to make it similar to the background on the Swab Blue. It's a little bit lighter, I would say. I made the Swab Blue one a little more muted. But that's okay. They are pretty similar, so they still tie in pretty well together. I had to put quite a few layers of this one because it turned out really translucent. So you could see the lines for a while, but we got there eventually, and that's all that matters. And I forgot my transition for the line art, but the line art really made this piece. We're just putting some simple lines across this egg because, again, we're just keeping it simple. I had to keep telling myself this. I kept thinking of these crazy ideas, and we're like, no, you're going to be too distracting from everything else. Just do some nice, simple lines. This is all you would really do on an Easter egg anyway. Again, we're just trying to look good. We're not trying to look perfect here. I don't think anyone ever gets Easter eggs perfect, so it really works. And here are our finished pieces all together. They look so good. I am so happy with how they turned out, and they are so cute. I hope you guys had a great time learning about them. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment which one was your favorite. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!